Hey Siri, Minecraft. Hey Siri, Minecraft. Hey Siri, Minecraft. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri, Minecraft.
I don't see an app called Minecraft. You could try searching the App Store.
Hey Siri, define Minecraft.
Okay, I found this on the web for Define Minecraft.
Hey Siri,
Check it out.
what is Minecraft?
Minecraft is a sandbox video game developed by the Swedish video game developer Modern Studios. Would you like to hear more?
Yes.
The game was created by Marcus Notch Person in the Java programming language. Following several early private testing versions, it was first made public in May 2009 before fully releasing in November 2011, with Jens Bergensten then taking over development.
Hey Siri, I love you. Hey Siri, I love you.
You are the wind beneath my
Oh
wings.
my god, I am. Prove it to me by kissing my fucking butt cheeks. Min pokoj na zombaczkę. Oni są na chorze.
Hello, I'm OKX, and 1.17 will be changing Minecraft caves in a variety of ways, some of which are obvious by looking at them, and some of which aren't, like the fact that they're increasing the depth limit of Minecraft from 0 to -64. This creates a whole new section of Minecraft which was previously unexplorable and will now exist, and today I wanted to talk about the differences you can expect down here, because of course, again, it's very different to look at. The Deep Slate makes a very different looking resource, it makes it clear when you're here, but what exactly else changes between layer 0 and -64? That's what I wanted to go over in today's video, because there are some really astounding changes like this, the brand new fossils, which you'll find exclusively down here, and which really make fossils useful again. So fossils were added in 1.11, but this is the first time they've been truly useful, and they are the first example of a feature which is entirely different down here, because instead of generating with coal ore, which is, I guess, semi-valuable, now if you find a fossil below if you find it between 0 and -64, you will instead find it with diamond ore. That's right, fossils are no longer just a way to find coal, and bone blocks, two resources which are not particularly hard to find because of the availability of skeletons and also coal everywhere else, but now Now, diamond ore is one of the things you can find inside these fossils. So now it's actually worth excavating the fossils beyond just the curiosity of like, oh yeah, there is a kind of brand new thing that you've probably only seen once. Because as you excavate the fossil and you look around for more of it, you do of course have a chance of finding diamond ore, which is kind of accurate. I mean, fossils, if they are from dinosaurs long ago, which is what they look like, then of course they would be contained with a lot of very high pressure things, and those high pressure resources might just result in some diamonds. Hey, finally! Just like we found over here, after, I'll admit, 50 blocks of mining, but as you can see, 50 blocks of mining, and now we found another diamond ore, and also, isn't that diamond ore brand new? Again, if you follow the snapshots, you might recognize why that is, but if you're not following the snapshots, why does the diamond ore look so different? And of course, that's because it is deep slate diamond ore that we're looking at. This over here is deep slate redstone ore, this is deep slate iron ore, and you get the point. Any ore that can generate below Y0 will have a deep slate variant so that it matches the blocks around it. I mean, try to imagine some diamond ore with stone around here, and you can see that, like, yeah, I guess it makes more sense this way. So yeah, all of the ores that you find below layer 0, this is the second change, will now be surrounded by deep slate instead of looking like they would normally. So this is a important distinction to make, because if you have a silk touch pickaxe, we don't today because we're too poor, but if you have a silk touch pickaxe, you'll be able to now pick up a brand new type of diamond ore. So if you want to really flex on people, rather than making a house out of diamond ore, which is an absolutely great idea, make a house out of deep slate diamond instead. It's a really good idea. You should definitely take up. And also, to move on to the third change, it has to go without saying, but it is a difference. When you go below layer 0, you'll spot you've gone below layer 0 because of all this deep slate. So this is deep slate. When you mine it, it becomes cobalt deep slate. You can then smelt it up to get the regular deep slate. It's a thing you can choose to do. It's great. But basically, it works like stone in every way. However, it is slightly harder to mine. Even with a netherite pickaxe, look how slow I'm mining this block. So just bear in mind that although there are more rewards down here, the diamond fossils being one of them, the deep slate ores being a great flex being the other one, it is harder to mine the blocks down here, including the ores, etc. And that is a big change. Another big change that you might not think of immediately, but as soon as you mention it, it's like, oh, that explains that, is below layer 0 is the only place you can find these tough blocks. These blocks call themselves tough, but if you look at them, if we actually go for a little comparison mine right here, here is me mining the deep slate ore, and here is me mining the tough block. But if you want a bunch of these blocks, don't think that it's a tough endeavor. I assure you, you can do it incredibly easily, and I would sign the petition to rename it to Easy Block, because that's what it really is, or Easy to Mine Block. You know what? The name is not coming to my head right now, but that is the fourth change that you can expect at below 0. Another thing that has to be mentioned is that where you previously found lava is going to change. In fact, pretty much anything that you measured from bedrock is now going to be slightly different, because instead of finding lava about layer 10, lava pits are now very frequent, but at minus 40 to minus 50, you'll find them in the deep slate realms. So to prove that, here is a lava pit over here. Here is a lava source, just a single one. So that's 2 bits of lava. Here is a second lava source, a third a bit of lava, and then just over this hill right here, you might not have seen it yet, but just over here, there is another lava pit. There is a lot of lava found below here, and you just need to keep that in mind if you want to stay safe, because obviously lava burns. I mean, I've learned that lesson the hard way, I've learned that lesson the easy way, and hopefully you too can take from my... Oh, damn it. No, I did not die, although, you know, if I did die, it would be a valuable lesson for you to remember that the caves, because they're so huge, just because they look lit with the occasional glow lichen or some lava sources, it doesn't mean they are fully lit, and you will still find mobs, and sometimes those mobs will try to kill you. Speaking of things that try to kill you, before we go on to the next friendly little fact, let's just give you a quick little mention that there isn't exclusively a lack of stone below layer 0, it's just it doesn't generate naturally in the walls and stuff, and here is exactly why that happens. This is an aquifer, or aquifer, I think it's actually meant to be. I say aquifer and people get upset. So it's an aquifer. You find lots of water here, or is it an aquifer actually? I don't know anymore. But this is where you find the water below the ground. We're deep in the deep slate layer where there's water, but lava can still generate on top of that, meaning that stone will generate, but not by choice, but because of the collision of two features. So bear in mind, you can find stone below layer 0. It's just not common, natural, or really intended, but you can find it. So that's the same little fun fact. You can find stone down here, but only in one particular way. And the next one here is to do with what you'll find in these aquifers, these underwater lakes, let's call them, to avoid using their name and me getting confused about what it's called, because this underground lake thing is the future site of where you'll find axolotls. Axolotls, and indeed, according to the game files, glow squid will spawn in these caves. This is something you can expect below layer 0. Right now, there is some problems where if you're below an ocean, you can expect to find fish in here too, but fish are not the long-term inhabitants of these cave lakes. Instead, this is where glow squids and axolotls come. So there are kind of two mobs you basically have to get super down low to find, and I think that's great. I also think that the lapis lazuli orb in Deep Slate looks wonderful, but that's a story for another time, because what else has changed down here, you might be asking? Should we go on to the 8th little change? And so to give you a useful explanation of the next one, let's go into creative and let's show you what happens when we make a little cross section of a chunk in our world. So we've destroyed all the blocks in just a single chunk. Isn't this beautiful? And you can see that, oh yeah, below layer 0, there's the deep slate thing I mentioned. It slowly takes over the stone. Here are the deep slate walls slowly taking over the regular ones. This is actually quite interesting by itself. But something you'll notice is that coal ore will not spawn below deep slate. If you want coal, if you want to keep fueling your torches, you will need to go back above layer 0. That is the thing about the new caves. Even though you can now find some fuel to sustain your body, some food in the form of glowberries below layer 0, you cannot find the coal there, so you're going to have to go up to stone layer to find some coal ore blocks, or bring enough coal below with you if you want to find any of that. If you look around, you'll find 0 coal ore, and because deep slate coal ore does not naturally spawn, you can't find it. Also, if you're below a mountain, you won't find any deep slate emerald. That is just also a thing that doesn't exist. Speaking of things that don't exist, previously, something that didn't exist, here's another great change. If you have a beacon, let's say, a great late game item, which if you're watching this video, you're more likely to have than otherwise, if you build yourself a beacon, the beacon will go up infinitely, which is a pretty fun little quirk, and so it'll give you those effects as infinitely as you like. So why is it not working? Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not working because we need to poke a layer on the surface up there. Maybe we could just change this to be up to, I don't know, 70. There we go. Oh no, I don't know what I just did, but it was not what I was intending to. Wait, there we go. Okay, the beacon effect is going by accident. A little bit of a mess up there, but it's fine. We make some modern art in Minecraft in these videos sometimes. They're rough explanations, but I hope they explain. And if we want the speed effect, let's say, we can now get that speed effect by placing this beacon at layers minus 64 all the way up. Because the way beacons work, or rather are supposed to work, I find their actual implementation is a little bit crazy, is anywhere where there is a beacon beam, anywhere above, where you are in range of the beacon beam, you are in range of the beacon effect, meaning all the way over here, despite that beacon being placed at minus 64, I can be all the way up at the sky limit of 320, and you'll now be able to reach it. Basically, beacons, one of the late game strongest items in Minecraft, just got a little bit more powerful because you can place them a few blocks further below the ground, something I think is incredible personally, and something I think you think should be. I think that you should think that this is incredible, I think. And yeah, beacons have got a little bit of a buff A buck you'll really appreciate if you're a big beacon user, especially if you place those beacons at what is currently bedrock. You can now move them to the new bedrock to get 64 more blocks of range effect. And also, I mean, they just look cool, right? So 64 blocks of cool effectiveness, which is extra important. So the last big change I want to mention here, the one that is the reason we're making this video, is because the last huge change, all of these changes by themselves make the deep dark more interesting, make the underground more interesting, but as I accidentally got ahead of myself and revealed, the deep dark is the other thing that will only happen below.
Mommy, a superhero! Wow, Stevie, you want to say hi? Come on,
Hey, everybody. How you doing? It's me, your boy, Smooth Basalt here. Welcome back. So, big development. Well, not really. We'll start here. Of course, we've already known this. Friendship has been ended with Moss. That happened a while ago. Unfortunately, sad but true. Today, 21W08A, friendship has been ended with Brimstone, apparently, because it doesn't exist anymore. Brimstone is gone. They've deleted it. Or have they? Checkmate. I guess you'll have to wait and find out. Snapshot showcase. Showcase the snapshot. Like, subscribe. 1000K gang. Smooth Basalt. Let's go. Alright, so this brand new Java snapshot brings 2 new blocks. Cobble Deep Slate and Smooth Basalt. We also have some changes to World Generation, Ore Generation, the Spore Blossom, and some other things. Alright, let's... The same level... Deep Slate... I really don't know. I feel like I like the name Brimstone way better. I feel like it fits the vibe of this thing. It's way creepier. This block is going to be yet another amazing road-making block. It's really cool. Now, Smooth Basalt, thankfully, is craftable in survival mode, but not like that. That's going to make polished basalt. If we want smooth basalt, it's going to kind of be like smooth sandstone. Take basalt over to the furnace, put it in the furnace, let it cook up, and then you'll get the smooth version of that block. So, right here, boom, 1-to-1 ratio, smooth basalt. It's really nice looking. I like this block a lot, and I love how it actually generates with the Amethyst Geodes too. Well, that definitely does raise one gigantic question. Tough, where did that go? Is it gone? Well, no, it's actually not gone, and the texture, I don't think it's been changed. That looks exactly like Tough did before. But Tough won't be found with Amethyst Geodes anymore. Instead, if you want to find Tough, you're going to have to go really, really deep in your world, because that's where it actually generates now. Before the snapshot below Y0, you can find andesite generating. That won't happen anymore. In place of the andesite, you'll find Tough down here in these deep slate caves. Check this out. This chunk is pretty gigantic. That's like a lot of Tough right there. Super excited about this change, and it makes me wonder about calcite. Maybe calcite in the mountains once they're added? Maybe, please, yes. I would love this, because now getting like a lot of Tough is going to be pretty easy. Just go down here, find this chunk out. How about calcite? Please, yes. I love this change. It makes the caves feel even more unique because there's another brand new block generating in them. Like, it's so cool looking, and I feel like with the deep slate texture, it does look pretty good. It also, in my opinion, looks really good with stone, but I think it should probably stay down low in the wood. If you're looking for things like granite, diorite, andesite, you're still going to be able to find that generating everywhere above Y0. Moving on, last week's snapshot or changes right here. This week's snapshot or changes right here. We have some changes to the generation. Minecraft 1.16, what it is right now in Netherite. Minecraft 1.17, second iteration. The biggest, most notable change here in this week's snapshot is this line right here. Smaller blobs of iron can be found deep down in your world. In the previous snapshot, that was not the case. Iron wouldn't generate down low. I think this is a nice change and it's cool, but at the same time, I kind of wonder why. We also have a couple changes here. No air exposure for the lapis, so you will never find this stuff open air. You're going to have to mine for it. Reduced air exposure for gold, and reduced air exposure for diamond as well. The iron down low, it's nice and all, but I just kind of wonder why. I kind of feel like iron should maybe like cut off somewhere in here and then not be super deep down. So then deep down in your world, you find redstone, lapis, diamond, a little bit of gold too. But take that with a relative grain of salt because I haven't tested it in survival. Maybe there's a reason for it. But really quick, I want to say, like, look at this cave system right here. We have this pillar right there, opening over there. The caves are still fascinating, but with the new ores in here too, This looks so cool. And honestly, the vibe that I get from this is like I'm on an entirely different planet. Like this isn't even the normal Minecraft overworld anymore. It's like something entirely different, which is so cool. I love that feeling. And I really, really like these new ore textures. These look really good. Cave generation in general has been tweaked a little bit more in this snapshot. According to the changelog, cave sizes have been tweaked farther. Canyon and cave carvers are now going to apply below Y02. That means bigger, crazier caves, those new cool caves, down below Y0. Check that out, there's some diamonds right there. Oh, it looks so good. That blue with this texture, oh, that looks so cool. Another cave change, which admittedly I'm kind of confused about, X can now be found carved into the ground. So I don't know if that would mean like this right here, it's a ravine. But that kind of looks like something that I would have seen before, so not 100% sure. But the ground, yeah, I guess is more correct. And then, pretty much finally, for this week's snapshot, aside from bug changes, smaller technical things, this one right here, another redstone menu change, slime blocks and honey blocks can now be found inside of the redstone section of this menu. Still really think that all of these other menus need some work, but that makes sense, for sure. Those are 100,000% redstone blocks. Okay, so honest take here. What do you think? Brimstone, Deep Slate, which is better? Let me know down in the comments below. Maybe I'll put a poll on the community tab about that one. You already know my answer. I'm not even gonna say it. If you enjoyed the 21W088 snapshot breakdown, I would really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe. The support on the videos lately has been like absurd. It blows my mind. So seriously, thank you all, like so much. It makes me so happy. It's been me, your boy, Brimstone, forever. I'll see you in a video tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. Hey there, everybody. How you doing? It's me, your boy, Axolotl here. Welcome back. Minecraft 1.17 is out now. Finally, the update has released. 1.17 is part 1 of the Caves and Cliffs update. 1.17 is one of the biggest updates of all time, but at the same time, it's also kind of not that big, in a way. This brand new update brings over 100 new individual things to the game, and it changes a lot of old things too. In today's video, we're going to go over everything in Minecraft 1.17. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like. I would appreciate it. It helps out a lot. If you want to see videos like this drop into your sub feed, subscribe. Join the notification gang too. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm really excited for this update, even though it's only the first half of the Caves and Cliffs update. So, Caves and Cliffs Part 1, 1.17. What do we have? Well, we have everything in this chest. We have everything in this chest. And then finally, everything in this chest too. There are so many things added to the update, and these are only the new things, like not things that were changed. In total, there were 22 snapshots, not including pre-releases and release candidates for 1.17. Snapshots started on November 4th last year. The update was first revealed at Minecraft Live in October. Now, 1.17 is the first half of the Caves and Cliffs update. So basically this update, it's only like half an update, but there are still 49 new blocks. This update is seriously insane, and that's going to bring our total up to 124 unique things. Like all those things we just looked at in the chest, yeah, 124. Now, when you make a brand new world in 1.17, you're not actually going to notice that much different. Up on the surface, everything basically looks the same. Generation hasn't changed that much in the 1.17 update. All of the new things are going to be found under the ground. Under the ground generating, you'll be able to find amethyst geodes, and down in the caves, you'll be able to find some new blocks generating. Some of the new blocks start to completely shift the vibe of the lower caves. It makes the lower caves feel a little bit more creepy with things like Deep Slate. It's a pretty good lead into the next update, 1.18, that's going to redo generation basically entirely. I've set up a world. In this world, I've lined up every single new thing in this update. There are actually 64 unique things that we're going to take a look at. Starting with the Geode. The Geode is one of the few new generation things you'll be able to find in this update. This is what a Geode looks like right here. Geode sizes can vary. They can be bigger, they can be smaller. This Geode right here is actually a pretty large Geode. Now usually this won't be found floating in the air. You're going to have to go under the ground and maybe find it like connecting to a cave, a mine shaft, something like that, unless you're really lucky and it's exposed somehow. But yeah, Geode. Geodes are pretty cool for a couple things. The main reason you'd be going to a Geode though is Amethyst for sure. Amethyst is a brand new purple shiny loud block that comes to the game in 1.17. These are Amethyst clusters right here. So Amethyst is really interesting because it actually grows. Instead of just being ready to go, you have to wait. So stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and then finally, when it's ready to go, it's going to look like this. Now, you can actually pick up any stage if you have Silk Touch. So right here, I can pick that up, and if I place it down on a block that isn't budding Amethyst, it won't ever grow. Let's say I found a fully harvested one though. If I break it with my hand, I'm actually going to get Amethyst. I'll get 2 Amethyst Sharks. Let's say I was doing a little bit better though. Maybe I had like an iron pickaxe. If I mine this thing with iron pickaxe, I will get 4 Amethyst Sharks every single time. Same with all of the other types of pickaxes. But let's say I'm doing really good. Like I have Fortune 3 and I mine this thing. And I'm lucky. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you can actually fortune this stuff to like 20, up to 20. I got 16 from that single one. Fortune 3, definitely 100% the way to go. Another cool thing about this stuff, it actually gives off light. If it were midnight, I can see that it's actually glows. It's not much light, it's very little, but it glows. Amethyst Sharks, they're a brand new crafting ingredient. You get them from mining fully grown amethyst clusters. Amethysts don't grow on just anything. If you want amethyst, you want to watch them grow, you want to use them for something, then you're going to need to find a very specific block. This is the block right here. It's called budding amethyst. You actually can't get this in survival mode. If you try and break this with anything, even Silk Touch, it will go away forever. It's kind of like a spawner. Amethyst can grow on every single side of this block. You'll find it inside of Geodes. This block looks very similar, but you can actually get it in survival mode. This is the Amethyst Block. It's craftable. You need 4 Amethyst Shards to craft this thing. So this block is literally compacted amethyst. This block is probably going to be pretty good for building. The recipe is not too wasteful. Once you turn this stuff into the block, the Amethyst Shards are gone. Now listen to this. When I place this down, oh, there's noise. It's amazing. And when I walk on it, it'll be pretty good for building. The recipe is not two ways though. Once you turn this stuff into the block, the Amethyst Shards are gone. Now listen to this. When I place this down, oh, there's noise. It's amazing. And when I walk on it, there's noise too. It's a little bit more faint, but there's noise. And when I mine it, there's noise as well. It's a musical block. It's so cool looking. The texture is really, really clean. Definitely a building block for sure. And yeah, you can pick it up, you can place it back down. It's literally a normal block, but it makes music. Tinted Glass is amazing. Tinted Glass is a brand new glass type added to the game in 1.17. If you want this stuff, you're going to need Amethyst Shard. This is the recipe right here. 4 Amethyst Shard, 1 piece of glass in the middle, and you'll get 2 pieces of Tinted Glass. Now, what does this stuff do? Oh boy, what does this stuff do? That's a good question. So check this out. We have a room down here with a torch in it and me in it. I am just standing here. I put Tinted Glass right here. Nothing, right? That's still bright. But watch this. I take that out and there's no light. Tinted Glass is a see-through block, but it doesn't let light through. So if I remove a piece of Tinted Glass, I can see again and the light is there. And you can actually break it with your hand too, which throws me off every single time. But look at this thing. It doesn't let light through, but you can like see right through it. My favorite use for Tinted Glass is definitely going to be see-through mob farms. I mean, look at that zombie down there. It's daytime, middle of the day, and I have a zombie in there. It's not burning up or anything like that. I can see it. I could make like a spawner farm with this thing. I'm in the sky, and you could like see into it and see if it's working. Ah, it's so cool. Tinted Glass is amazing. That's not all though. There's another use for the Amethyst Shard. So for this one, you're going to need 2 copper ingots as well. We'll talk about those later. But 1 Amethyst Shard, 2 copper ingots, crafting table just like that, and you get the Spyglass, a brand new tool. Now the Spyglass is literally a spyglass. Like if you use it to zoom in, look at things far away, it's pretty cool. There are a couple new advancements tied to the Spyglass too. You'll have to look at a parrot, you'll have to look at a ghast, and you'll have to look at the Ender Dragon with the Spyglass if you want the advancement. And it looks pretty cool in third person too. But Amethyst isn't the only reason you would go to a Geode. There are actually a couple new blocks in the Geode too. The first one, calcite. I love calcite so much. Look at how clean it is. It's like quartz, but like a little bit busier. It's like diorite, but like a million times better. Look at how good it is. However, no crafting recipe. So if you want this stuff, you need to find a Geode. Smooth Basalt is the other Geode block. Smooth Basalt is a whole lot easier to get though. So this stuff looks so good. Like, look at that texture. It's a really good looking texture. Smooth Basalt can of course be found generating with Geode's outer shell of the Geode, or you could actually smelt it. All you're gonna need is normal basalt, a furnace, and some fuel. It's literally just like making smooth quartz or smooth sandstone or anything like that. Put the basalt in the furnace, put some fuel in there, give it a little bit of time, and you'll get the smooth version. Don't sleep on this block. It's a good block. It's a really nice building block. It mixes super well with normal basalt too. Like, check that out. Those textures blend so nicely. Definitely, absolutely, good building block. If you follow the snapshots from the beginning though, then you know smooth basalt wasn't the original one. Tough used to generate as part of Amethyst Geodes. It doesn't anymore though. If you want to find tough, you're gonna have to go super deep in your world. This stuff will generate in between Y0 and Y16 in small clusters. Kind of like granite or diorite or andesite, but instead it's tough. It's a nice looking building block. Maybe good for a path. Oh, but there's something so much better that you can find generating deep down in your world. Deep Slate. Look at this stuff right here. Brimstone Superiority. You'll also find this stuff generating in between Y0 and Y16 in bigger clusters a little bit more commonly. It's a rotational block. You can place in multiple directions. So like up and down like that, or side to side like that, kind of like logs. Like look at this thing. Every single side of this block is amazing. It's literally perfect. So go down low in your world and you'll find this stuff generating. Now, if I were to mine this with like a normal pickaxe or a fortune pickaxe, I'm actually not going to get the block. I'm going to get something else, cobble deep slate. So if I want this stuff, I'm going to need to use silk touch. So I use